what sets EFT apart from other theories is the fact that they actually do take into consideration a person's culture and how they were raised, and those attachments that came from that culture, to bring awareness to the needs that different people are feeling that aren't getting met. And then by accepting the person where they are, and by bringing to light to the partner the differences in how their attachment is and how they need to get their emotions met that probably are not getting met, by uncovering them, acceptance, and then fostering new solutions. I like Emotionally Focused because it does look at attachment, and I am one of those uber attachment theory people. I love how important it is for attachment to be looked at, because how a person is nurtured or not nurtured, how a person is raised in their household as being heard, as being validated in their emotions and their feelings, it plays a role in how they grow up and how they communicate with other people. So by excluding this trait from therapy, you're kind of losing out and missing out on an important aspect of a person's life. I mean, we're children for a long time. We grow and we learn and we mature, and our brains are just firing like crazy, learning all of this stuff when we're kids. So to not take that into consideration while doing therapy, I think does a great disservice to the clients. So I'm biased towards EFT. I really like it. It's something that I really think that I could potentially use as a whole without taking anything out of it, or just taking bits and pieces and putting them in my tool bag. This is actually a theory that I like the whole aspect of it, and I don't think I utilized it correctly in the mock sessions, but practice makes perfect. So as long as we're here to grow and learn, then eventually, hopefully, I can use this, because it's important for couples to become aware of how their culture and the other person's culture is different, and that means that it'll work with other cultures, because in uncovering first how the culture was and how they were treated, and then getting into the emotions of what they were feeling growing up, and getting into the emotions of what they're feeling now, and then tying that back in as a potential trigger to why this person isn't feeling validated or isn't feeling like they're getting their needs met, is important for growth with the clients in therapy. So this is useful for people that have different cultures, just because the cultures are taken into consideration. Strategic, I think, was used and successful with immigrants, but I think it was the same immigrants, and the reason it was successful is because it didn't go into the emotions, and didn't make it their problem and all of that. So Emotionally Focused kinda still doesn't make it their problem, if you think about it, because we're looking at how they were raised and how they grew up, and that's not really something that a person could change. So I think that might be a good reason as to why it might work pretty effectively, because that's not something that can change, but how you feel about how you were raised and uncovering those emotions is just empowering for the clients. And then listening while their partner talks about their emotions behind their actions and why their actions are the way they are, is it builds empathy. It can create a compassionate interaction between the couple. And that's really what we're looking for. We're looking for empathy, we're looking for compassion, so that we can foster hope and foster change and bring about something that the couple can take with them and use in the real life and maintain the positive change that came from the therapy sessions. So I love Emotionally Focused. I am going to do some more studying on how to implement it and adding this to my tool bag. So I hope everybody has a wonderful break for 2 weeks maybe. But hope everybody has a good break, and hope you guys enjoyed Emotionally Focused as much as I did.